Hey everyone! Welcome to the first video in our email writing series. Whether you're a student, a job seeker, or just someone who wants to level up their email game, you're in the right place. Let's face it, emails are everywhere. From applying for jobs to reaching out to professors or even just communicating with colleagues, knowing how to write a clear professional email is a skill you can't afford to ignore. It's like the difference between getting that dream job or internship or having your application lost in the void. But don't worry, I'm here to break it down for you. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 essential steps to writing an email that gets results. We're talking higher response rates, a more professional image, and ultimately getting what you want. Let's dive in. All right, let's talk about the subject line. It's often the most overlooked part of an email, yet it's the most crucial. Why? Because it's your first impression, your opening statement, and your chance to grab attention in a crowded inbox. Think of this as the headline of your email. Just like a newspaper headline, it needs to be compelling and informative. It's the first thing people see when your email pops up in their inbox, and it determines whether they're going to be interested enough to even open it. In a world where everyone is inundated with emails, your subject line needs to stand out. You could have the best email in the world, but with a weak subject line, it's going straight to the trash, unseen and unread. It's like having a great story but a boring book cover. No one will pick it up. So how do you write a subject line that gets clicks? It's not rocket science, but it does require some thought and creativity. The golden rule here is to be clear and specific. Your subject line should give a snapshot of what the email contains. Don't be vague or mysterious. Ambiguity can lead to confusion and disinterest. Your subject line should tell the recipient exactly what the email is about. Clarity is key. Instead of a generic hi or question, try something like follow-up on our meeting on October 10th. This gives context and sets expectations. Or application for marketing internship, your name. This is specific and professional. Or even request for information on scholarship opportunities. This tells the recipient exactly what you need. See the difference? It's night and day. A well-crafted subject line can make all the difference in whether your email gets opened or ignored. A strong subject line grabs attention and tells the recipient exactly what to expect. It's your hook, your bait, your first impression. Keep it short, keep it relevant, and for the love of all that is good, keep it professional. Length matters too. Aim for 6-10 words. No emojis, no all caps, just a clear, concise message that gets the job done. Avoid gimmicks and clickbait. They can backfire. Think about it this way. You wouldn't walk into a job interview with a messy appearance and a weak handshake, would you? Your subject line is your email's handshake. Your subject line is your email's first impression. Make it count. A little effort here can go a long way in ensuring your email gets the attention it deserves. Alright, so you've got a killer subject line and they've opened your email. Now what? The greeting. This is where you set the tone for the entire email. It's like walking into a room. You want to make a good first impression. If you know the person's name, use it. It shows you've taken the time to personalize the email and that you're not just sending out a generic message to 100 people. Dear Dr. Smith or Hello Miss Johnson goes a long way. But what if you don't know their name? No problem. Use a general but professional greeting like Dear Hiring Manager or To Whom It May Concern. These are always safe bets. Now here's what you want to avoid. Overly casual greetings like hey or hiya. Unless you're emailing your best friend, it's just not professional. Remember, first impressions matter, and in the world of email, your greeting is your first handshake. Make it firm, make it confident, and make it professional. Gap 3S. Now that you have a solid grasp on crafting a strong subject line and a professional greeting, let's give you a ready text template that you can apply to almost any email. This template will include a subject line, greeting, body, and closing, making it easier for you to structure your emails effectively every time. Subject, your main point in a few words. Dear, recipient's name. Dear, hiring manager, to whom it may concern, I hope this email finds you well. My name is your name, and I am a brief description of who you are or your purpose. I am writing to clearly state your reason for emailing, whether it's applying for a position, following up on a meeting, or making an inquiry. Include any specific details or attachments that are relevant to your email. For example, I have attached my resume for your review, or, as discussed, I have attached the first draft of the project plan for your review. Thank you for their time, consideration, or assistance. Please let me know if there are any further steps I should take or if you need any additional information. Best regards, sincerely, thank you. Your name, GAP3S. This universal template serves as a blueprint for your emails, ensuring that you cover all essential elements while maintaining a professional tone. By following this structure, you can communicate your message clearly and effectively, regardless of the context. With this template in hand, you're now equipped to tackle any email with confidence. Let's move on to some practical examples to see how this template can be applied in real-world situations. GAP3S. Now that you understand the importance of a strong subject line and a professional greeting, let's dive into some practical examples of basic email writing. These examples will help you see how all the pieces fit together. Example 1. Subject: application for marketing internship. Dear hiring manager, my name is Jane Doe, and I am a recent graduate from XYZ University with a degree in marketing. I am writing to apply for the marketing internship position listed on your website. I have attached my resume for your review and look forward to the opportunity to discuss how my skills and experiences align with your needs. Thank you for considering my application. Best regards, Jane Doe. Example 2. Subject: follow-up on meeting. Project Alpha. Hello, Mr. Thompson. I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to follow up on our meeting last week regarding Project Alpha. As discussed, I have attached the first draft of the project plan for your review. Please let me know if there are any changes you would like to make. Thank you for your time and feedback. Best, John Smith. Example 3. Subject: inquiry about available positions. Dear Human Resources team, my name is Emily Clark, and I recently graduated with a degree in computer science. I am reaching out to inquire about any available positions within your IT department. I am particularly interested in roles related to software development and cybersecurity. I have attached my resume for your consideration. Thank you for your time and assistance. Sincerely, Emily Clark. These examples illustrate how to structure your email effectively. Remember, the key is to be clear, concise, and professional. Whether you're applying for a job, following up on a meeting, or making an inquiry, these principles will help you craft emails that get noticed and get results. GAP3S. With these examples in mind, let's move on to the next crucial part of your email, the opening. This is where you capture their attention and clearly state your purpose. Okay, you've nailed the subject line, you've got a professional greeting, now it's time for the opening. This is where you introduce yourself and state the purpose of your email. And here's the key, you gotta do it quickly and clearly. Remember, people are busy, they're getting bombarded with emails all day long. You need to grab their attention from the get-go and make it crystal clear why you're emailing them. Here's an example, my name is your name, and I'm a recent graduate from university. I'm writing to inquire about the marketing internship position listed on your website. See how that works? Short, sweet, and to the point. Or, if you're following up on a previous conversation, you could say something like, I hope this email finds you well. I'm reaching out to follow up on our conversation last week about the upcoming project. The point is, don't beat around the bush. Don't waste their time with long, rambling introductions. Get to the point in 1 or 2 sentences and make it clear what you want. All right, we're getting to the meat of the email, the body. This is the core of your message, the place where you lay out all the important details and information you want to convey. But remember, clarity is key. This is where you provide all the necessary details, the information you really want to convey. However, it's crucial to present this information in a way that's easy to digest. But here's the thing, you can't just dump a wall of text on them and expect them to read it. A cluttered email can be overwhelming and off-putting. You gotta keep it short, sweet, and organized. A well-structured email not only looks professional, but also respects the reader's time. Think about it, when you're scrolling through a website, do you read every single word? Probably not. You skim through looking for the key points. Or do your eyes glaze over those giant blocks of text? It's the same with email. Large chunks of text can be daunting and easy to skip over. It's the same with email. People are more likely to engage with your message if it's broken down into manageable sections. People are more likely to read your email if it's easy on the eyes and broken down into digestible chunks. Use short paragraphs. Each paragraph should focus on a single idea or point. Bullet points are your friend. They help to highlight key information and make it stand out. Use them to list important details or steps. White space is your ally. Make your email scannable. A clean layout with plenty of white space makes it easier for the reader to focus on the content. For example, if you're applying for a job, highlight your key qualifications in 2 to 3 sentences each. This makes it easy for the hiring manager to see why you're a good fit. Don't just copy and paste your entire resume into the email. Instead, summarize the most relevant points. If you're making an inquiry, list your questions clearly and politely. Remember, less is more. A concise email is more likely to get a prompt response. No one wants to read a novel in their inbox. Long emails can be overwhelming and are often put aside for later, or worse, ignored. Keep it concise, keep it relevant, and keep it moving. Your readers will appreciate your respect for their time and are more likely to engage with your message. Okay, you're almost there. You've got a killer subject line, a professional greeting, a clear and concise opening, and a well-organized body. Now it's time for the closing, that final impression that can make or break your email. This is your chance to leave a positive, lasting impression. Use a polite and professional sign-off, something like, "Thank you for your time and consideration," or "I look forward to hearing from you." It shows that you respect their time and that you're appreciative of their attention. Then end with a formal closing phrase, such as, "Best regards, sincerely," or "Kind regards." These are classic, timeless closings that never go out of style. And here's a crucial tip. Don't forget to include your full name and contact information if needed. Make it easy for them to get in touch with you. You'd be surprised how many people forget this crucial step. Remember, the closing is your last chance to leave a good impression. Make it count. Okay, you've written the perfect email. You're feeling good. You've spent time crafting each sentence, making sure your message is clear and concise. You're about to hit send. Your finger is literally hovering over the button. But wait, don't you dare send that email without proofreading it first. This is a crucial step that can make or break your communication. This is a step that so many people skip, and it's a huge mistake. A single typo can change the entire meaning of your message. Think about it. You wouldn't send a text message with a typo in it, would you? It can be embarrassing and confusing. Or post a comment on social media with a grammatical error. It can make you look careless and unprofessional. So why would you do it with an email, especially a professional one? Your emails represent you and your attention to detail. Typos and grammatical errors make you look careless and unprofessional. It's like showing up to a job interview with your shirt inside out. It's like showing up to a job interview with your shirt inside out. It just doesn't make a good impression. It just doesn't make a good impression. People might question your professionalism and attention to detail. So take a few extra seconds to proofread your email before you hit send. Read it out loud. This can help you catch errors you might miss when reading silently. Have a friend or colleague look it over. A fresh pair of eyes can catch mistakes you might overlook. Use a tool like Grammarly to catch any errors. These tools are designed to help you spot mistakes and improve your writing. Trust me, it's worth it. Taking the time to proofread can save you from potential embarrassment and miscommunication. Remember, a well-written email shows that you care about the details, that you're professional, and that you take your communication seriously. It reflects your commitment to quality, and that can make all the difference. A polished email can set you apart and leave a lasting positive impression. And that's it. You've just mastered the basics of email writing. Let's do a quick recap. 1. Write a clear subject line. 2. Use a professional greeting. 3. Get straight to the point in your opening. 4. Keep the body clear and organized. 5. End with a polite closing. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on email writing and communication. We'll be covering everything from how to write the perfect cover letter to how to network like a pro. And don't forget to drop a comment below. Let me know what email topics you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy emailing!